I'm Kat.
I'm Hayley.
And this is Night Classy.
A tipsy night class teaching the oddities and curiosities you never learned in school.
Where are you taking us on this learning journey, Hayley?
We will be talking about reality TV.
Yay.
A specific show that is like it's the worst iteration of reality TV I've ever heard of.
Does it deal with children?
No.
Okay.
No. Thankfully, no children.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it a dating format?
It's not. It's not. You probably won't be able to guess it. This is like right when reality TV was really starting to happen, and it was not in the US.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I did read a book recently on the history of reality TV, so I'm like,
well, this may have been in there if they talked about like the ethics of consent in that book.
They did. I'm curious to see what you brought for us.
I'm curious to tell you.
Can't wait.
Where will you be taking us for this learning journey of yours?
I am going to tell you about a religious temple.
Okay.
You may have seen pictures of it on the internet. It's filled to the gills with a certain animal. They're everywhere.
Cats?
Not cats.
Because I was going like maybe Egyptian.
It's a Indian Hindu temple.
Monkeys?
Not monkeys.
Cows?
Not cows.
What
But
other
they're a
animals?
holy animal. They're worshipped. They're small.
Chipmunks.
Rats.
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 Oh, you're the rat.
The rat temple.
Oh, okay. I'm super excited. I love all things rats.
It's really fun. I love rats too. And I brought a slideshow for us so we can look at the rats.
I have a slideshow too.
Ooh.
I'll share it with Alec right now. I'm really excited to hear about the rats. We on this show love rats, everything rats. And if we have any ratties listening, please comment. If you know, you know.
I toured a college this summer with Hadrian, and I was asking our tour guide what she's going to do her senior thesis on, and she said that probably something related to Twilight and like the vampire. I think she said something about like the vampire trope of like a Confederate vampire and something like that. And she's really into Twilight. So I was like, "Are you a ratty?" And I said this loud in front of the whole group, and she's like, "What?"
No.
And she made me say it. She made me say it 3 more times. And I was like, "Okay, I guess not." And then I was like telling this like 20-year-old girl, I'm like, "There's a Facebook group, and you should join it." She's like, "Well, I don't really have
like,
Facebook."
"What's Facebook?"
I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I don't know where I'm going with this."
The Facebook group is the reason to get and have Facebook.
That's
I don't know what else to
I'm
tell
like,
you.
You don't need to do anything else on Facebook. They have an Instagram page, but it's not worth it. Just go to Facebook.
Yeah, I can't imagine Instagram it can't hit the same as Facebook.
No,
right?
because Facebook, the
you
group
can
members
comment
can post.
images.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Instagram, I think they just take stuff that's posted on the Facebook page. It's like a highlight reel of the Facebook page, but you got to be on the Facebook page.
I'm reading every
Twilight
single
shit
post
posting.
that comes out of Twilight. Shit posting and sewer posting.
Sewer posting, yeah.
Mhm.
Sewer posting is the main one.
Yeah, but there are multiple for all of the ratties out there.
It's so good.
I don't even know the origin. Do we know the origin of ratty?
Because they're in
rats?
the sewer because it's a shit posting.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The other day I found out there was an earthquake in Washington, and I texted my family. I was like, "Are you okay?" And they're like, "I didn't even know there was an earthquake. How did you find out about this?" And I had to say, "A Facebook Twilight group." And it was that.
So embarrassing. But also the Twilight Facebook group has opened many doors. I became good friends with my neighbor because of that group. I went over to their house for the first time. I mean, our apartments are attached. And I could smell the incense. I was like, "Ooh, what incense do you like?" And they told me, and I was like, "My favorite one is a Twilight brand of incense." And then we were both like, at the same time, we're like, "Are you a ratty?"
Yeah, Twilight really brings everyone together. If you were weird in middle school and you're between the age of like 25 and 35,
you're cool in the ratty group.
Yeah. Well, we all get along on Facebook.
Yeah. That's what this country needs is more Twilight.
So true. It really would heal. The last time I felt truly happy was going to the midnight premiere of Eclipse.
Oh my gosh. I remember how happy I was to be able to stay up late and go to a movie premiere.
So fun.
I can't imagine now. I feel like they do like midnight releases at like 9 p.m. now.
Yeah, I've never
gone to another premiere.
There's nothing I want to see in the movie theater anymore.
Freakier Friday.
That's true. Was it good?
Yeah, it was good. I would recommend it.
I can't believe you went without me. I thought we were going to go together.
Well, Tommy and I already had plans to go. And then I was like, I'm going to see it. And you're like, oh my God, yes. And then I texted you and was like, we're going. And you were like, no, I don't really like you that much. So
no, that's not what I said. I said my family member who I've hardly ever see is traveling through Memphis that night. That's what I said. Otherwise, I would have been there.
Release the text.
I'm just really bummed.
I'll go with you again. How about that?
It's fine. I don't really want to anymore.
Okay, well, you're missing out. Let's watch it at home. It'll be streaming in like 3 weeks. I'm sure of it.
I hope so, because that seems like I would go to the theater for that movie.
And you have Disney Plus, right?
Yeah, my parents do.
Well, then
I have access.
So
to
you have
account.
it. But it was really good.
Good. I'm excited. I love Lindsay Lohan.
Me too. I did. Of course, I liked the original better. Just that.
Well, yeah,
of
you can't
nostalgia.
beat the original.
Yeah, but it was really good. Would recommend.
Can't wait.
Do we have any housekeeping before we dive into these lessons?
Can I give a pitch?
Yeah.
Please.
I've finally got my workflow down where the video episodes are coming out with the audio episodes.
Wow, that's huge.
Yes,
Good job.
It's taken a lot of work on my part.
5 years later. No.
Yeah.
No, but that is a serious feat, because I can imagine after doing the recording that you do with us and then editing and getting all of that prepared for people to eat up their content.
Yeah, and we're procrastinators, so we record the night it gets released. Every time.
So I have
Alec
about
has
like 3 hours to do it. But I think I've got the workflow down where I can do it. I did it last week. And we've got video on Patreon now. Woo!
That's
awesome.
amazing. Thank you, Alec.
Thank you.
And that's for all the tiers.
Wow.
Even the lowest tier, they get the little preview of it. So.
Even the scrubs. Just kidding.
You get
Love
video. You get video. You get video.
But I was going to say, if you're interested in the video and you don't want to search for it, I'm going to put it in the show notes. So there'll be a link if you're listening on Spotify and you want to watch the video. We can't put video on Spotify right now.
Why?
Because Libsyn doesn't sync with Spotify.
God damn it.
Spotify wants you to host with them if you want to add video. It's a racket.
Why don't we host with them?
We might. We might switch.
I want video on Spotify. I want to look
too.
like a big podcast.
Yeah.
Are
I
the
wanna
big
be like
pods
Joe
doing
Rogan.
it?
They
Oh
are.
yeah, all of them.
Isn't it funny how podcasting, even when we started, it was like, oh, this is so nice. It doesn't matter what we look like. It's audio only. And now it's like all of the big podcasts are doing video.
Yeah, except it's kind of the opposite, because when we first started, we used to like get dressed and
We did,
put
yeah.
makeup on for recording because we'd take pictures, and now we don't do that. We look like we crawled out of a
I'm wearing my
death
work
tunnel.
clothes.
Yeah.
No, I think
And-
you guys look very nice on camera.
Thank you.
Thanks.
But now we record ourselves for the world to see.
Yeah.
In our
But we
natural
did really
habitat.
get gussied up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we treated
For
recording the
what?
podcast like we were going out.
We basically were. We were like,
That's true, we
getting
would go out
several
afterward
drinks
often.
and, yeah.
R.I.P.
And we haven't taken a picture together besides when we win trivia in years.
Years.
Yeah. And I'm gonna keep it that way.
Yeah, I don't want to
Just
get
let
close
everyone
enough to you
think
to get a picture taken
I'm
together.
stinky. Alrighty. Well, I think we're ready.
I'm
Are we ready?
I want to hear about what is your lesson on again. Let's see.
So the guy's name, I can tell
reality
you.
television.
Yeah, reality TV. So I'm really curious if they included this in your book. The show. Go ahead.
Oh, I was
You're
just going to
something.
say, I said recently, but I read this book like 6 months ago. So the details are foggy.
I think when we get into this, you will be like, you will either definitely remember or you will be shocked and horrified and be like, what the fuck? How have I never heard of this?
Okay.
Because
I'm ready.
I had never heard of it. And now we're doing the lesson on it. Okay. So intro to the show. The actual show is called Susunu Denpa Shōnen, which is aired on Nippon TV. That's in Japan. It was from like the late 90s to the early 2000s. And it's known for placing contestants, oftentimes aspiring comedians, in these extreme situations with these rules that shift and change. The content can be questionable. And the specific segment that we're talking about today is called A Life in Prizes. And it's starring a man called Nasubi. His birth name is Tomoaki Hamatsu. But his nickname is Nasubi, which means eggplant, because of his long face.
Wait, is that his nickname or his real name?
That's his nickname.
Okay.
But it's like his name. Yeah.
Wow.
I have a cat here who's just trying
crawling
to
on the
do
keyboard.
everything. Okay, so he scrolled me all the way down to the bottom of the notes. Let's come back up here.
It is funny. Right now, there's 3 dogs at Hayley's feet and a cat in her arms. But for a second, they were all 4 surrounding her, and you couldn't see it in the camera. It's like
They've got me
just out of shot.
hostage.
Oh man, you got hair all over you. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I don't mind at all. Nasubi was born August 3rd, 1975 in Fukushima, Japan. And at the time of his auditioning for this show, he was auditioning to all kinds of things because he was hoping to make it big as a comedian, break out onto the scene. And he shows up to this audition for what he believes is a talent development project. And he gets it. He wins the role and agrees to join what he thinks is a great opportunity. He's told the objective of the show is for him to live in this tiny, tiny studio apartment.
Yes, I have heard about this. Oh my God.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. The way your eyes.
Yeah, studio apartment triggered me.
As it does. Yeah. And he has to do it in complete isolation, only having access to whatever items he can win by applying to sweepstakes in magazines. Mm-hmm. The apartment is barren, but in it does have a stack of magazines, pens, postcards, and a futon. He's told that if he can survive entirely on prizes from the magazine sweepstakes until he earns 1 million yen, which was about $8,000 in US money in 1998, then he will have won the game. So they bring him into this room and tell him to disrobe because he can only use what is won. So he's going to have to win clothes. So he's completely naked. He would also have to do the same thing for food. They do provide him with water, though.
Thank God. Wasn't he eating like raw rice at some point?
Yeah, he was.
So fucked up. Nothing is worth that.
I was thinking about how I would prepare the rice if that's all I had. Because like he tried soaking it overnight to see if that would work.
And it didn't.
Like, no, it didn't. It didn't work, a poor thing. I know. I'm like, I think you would just have to like swish it around in some water and just throw it back. I think that's what I would do. Or
that's
probably
a good idea.
Even try to like
swallow it like a pill.
Yes, that's what I would do.
Can your body digest uncooked rice?
It'd probably cook in your stomach, right? In the warm
Interesting.
fluid.
Let's wait. I need to know this.
We all know that our stomach boils and has steam
well, it has
in
acid.
it. I know, it's not like 400 degrees.
98 degrees.
I feel like it's probably not good for you, but I would imagine that you could break it down, right?
I mean, it probably does, but I don't think it's cooking it.
Well, you know what I meant. Break it down.
It's cooking as in like when you cook the books. Like, are your accounts actually taken care of? No, but is it going to get you by? Yes.
What temperature does water boil in Fahrenheit?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Because I just said 400 and I was like, maybe that's way too high.
I think that's too hot.
Okay, let's see. I typed in bile. 212 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay.
So, sorry. Stupid.
208.
212.
Where'd you get 2,208?
I don't know.
And why did you
because
sound
our
like
body
200?
temperature is 98,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So I think I just I was thinking about body temperature and boiling, and then I threw the 8 in there.
400, I think, was a reasonable guess. I would have guessed around the same
That is
thing.
not a reasonable guess. When
I
you
think
bake
it
something in
is.
the oven at 400 degrees, it burns so fast.
I just baked things at 425.
I usually
And they didn't burn.
Okay, but they can burn pretty
They
quickly.
can burn, yeah.
So
Well, your son can burn in the sun.
but if you bake something at 350, that cooks it and makes it bubbly. So 350 is more than a boiling point.
Okay,
You have to work backwards.
Go back in time. Erase this from your memory. What would you have guessed? Because when he asked us,
Well, I
what do you
can't-
think? And
I
you
think-
said, I don't know.
I thought it was somewhere in the 200s, but I also could be lying because
Sure.
now I know.
Yeah, confirmation bias.
Yeah.
You're like, I knew I was right.
I know everything. Didn't you know that?
How
Yeah.
hot is fire?
I don't know.
Because I'm just thinking of when I need to boil a pot of water, I have to light all the fire on the gas stove, and it takes a while.
Yeah.
But I know that water doesn't conduct. It does not.
Water's
conduct.
good at remaining the temperature that it is,
Yeah.
I think, is what water does.
Okay, so let's start at the lowest for fire. That candle right there, right? Candle
Oh,
flame.
shit. I feel like
What
we've had
degree?
this exact combo on the pod before. Oh no.
This is an
important.
educational podcast.
Yes.
This is important.
Now I feel like the flame is actually going to be really, really hot. I'm going to say 500 because that's what I've said if you hadn't had your reaction.
You think 500? Even though the oven cooks at 300 to 400 something?
I was
That's
gonna say 400.
Wow.
Well,
You
you
guys are
had this
wrong.
huge reaction. You're saying it's it's over 1,000.
Mhm.
What?
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, 2,600 degrees
Wow.
Fahrenheit.
No, but why is it that? Okay. I guess
Why
that
is it
makes
that
sense.
baked goods get bubbly at only 200?
And my body temperature is 98.
I was trying to draw connections the best I could.
She loves recognizing patterns, you guys.
Cookies bake at 350. Lasagna bakes at 400. Potatoes bake at 425. I
candle
reside
bakes
at 98. We're just trying to think of things we know.
have to get things in order.
Yeah.
I just like that you didn't say baked. You said they get bubbles at 350.
Well, because that's boiling.
I see. Baking is boiling.
When it's bubbly, if you put something saucy in the
I've
oven,
never
it's
thought
bubbly.
of that as boiling.
It's boiling.
You've heard of air frying.
It's not
air boiling is
boiling.
Yeah, it
also
is.
baking.
It's not.
if you have something saucy in the oven and it's bubbling, it's because it's boiling. It has water in it that's boiling.
It's evaporating, but it's not boiling. When I think of boiling, it's constant.
Haven't you ever taken something out of the oven and it's bubbling?
Yeah.
Well, I think they have
I
a
know what you
leavening
mean.
agent that's creating bubbles with CO2. Like baking soda is not water boiling.
No,
Yeah.
but if I have saucy pasta and I put it in the oven, there's no baking soda in that and it bubbles.
Saucy pasta would be a great drag name.
It is.
But I see what you're saying. I thought
Yeah.
I was picturing baked goods when you said things bubble at 350. And I was laughing at just thinking that baked goods were
don't
boiling.
bubble.
Okay.
You said cookies bubble.
No, I didn't.
Oh, we projected that then.
Lasagna baking in an oven can experience areas where the sauce boils, but the entire lasagna isn't necessarily boiling.
Guess you could say we're all right.
I don't know about that.
All right.
The whole lasagna isn't bubbling, but the parts that are is because it's
The
boiling.
parts that are boiling are
Yeah.
boiling.
Yeah.
But it is pretty crazy that the flame is at 2,000 and
If we're to believe Google, that's what it says.
that it takes a pot of water that long to get to boiling.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Makes you appreciate those big boiler rooms they had on the Titanic. But I digress.
Sure.
If only they could have managed the boiling rooms better.
Yeah.
If you want to hear many
I don't
lessons,
think I do appreciate them.
don't worry, I'll do another lesson just on the boiler
I'm
rooms.
sure
of the
there's things we haven't
Titanic.
covered.
Yeah, I did a lot of lessons on the Titanic over on Patreon if you guys want.
I've done a few as well.
Yeah.
I think Kat's the only one who's not touched.
I will never.
It's
any
contagious.
Titanic. It's not.
The
I
last
have
time-
no interest in it.
The last time you did a lesson with a ship, I think it was the I forget her name, but like the Chinese pirate woman.
Oh yeah.
And that was in like 2020 for sure.
I don't. Was it?
Yeah, it was
I
in
don't
the
know.
old studio.
2020.
The OG.
Are you sure that was in the old studio?
1000% sure.
I don't know about that.
We can look it up.
Okay.
Do you want to bet
No,
on
I'm
it?
good.
Now we have to look it up.
No, we don't.
Well, we're going to.
I believe you. Sure, it was in
No,
the
but
old
the thing
studio.
is, I think I'm on Kat's side that I feel like she taught that recently.
I think it was in here.
No. Okay.
The
look it
female
up.
pirate?
Look it up. The Chinese female pirate that like took over shit. If there was one similar to it recently, that's not the one
wait.
I'm referring to.
Yeah, there might have been a female pirate that wasn't Chinese that you did.
No, I think I only did the Chinese one.
What was her name?
I don't remember.
All right, give me a second.
While you're searching for that, let's go back to the original question that we Googled. Can your body digest raw rice? Does anyone remember that? Yeah, it can.
Okay.
You technically like shouldn't consume it regularly.
Well, yeah.
But if you have to, then you have to. If you're going to win a game show, then there you go.
I feel like if you soaked it long enough, it would eventually get soft.
Yeah, just overnight oats it
Yeah.
for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Make some like
Although
rice wine.
rice does go bad really fast, so
It
yeah, it probably would
does.
turn into wine.
I mean, is that the worst case scenario?
No, this guy needed some rice wine.
So he definitely
cat hair all
did.
over my
We
face.
kind of fast forwarded a little bit because Kat indeed has heard about this lesson, but we'll go back to day one. He's naked. He has nothing but water and a burner stove. And he's unaware this entire time that every move he makes is being filmed.
He was unaware.
Yeah, he thought that he was being filmed for them to then edit for TV after everything was done.
That's so fucked up.
Right. And like, you don't think to ask that, especially in the 90s. They ended up broadcasting it, and broadcasting like live like this via the internet was so new.
It was on the internet, like
Yeah.
24/7.
Yes, it ended up
They
being on the internet
probably saw
24/7.
him do some.
They saw him do
some
everything.
things.
He
Yeah.
was naked.
Yeah.
But they
Ugh.
did cover his member with an eggplant, like live. They would do it on the TV and move it. So it's not like, it's not 2025. They can't set it to follow his
Yeah.
penis around the screen. So they would have to like actively move it in front of the screen.
I think having a eggplant emoji over your penis is more embarrassing than just being naked.
Is it more embarrassing than your name being eggplant?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, I think the whole thing is just pretty rough for sure. But regardless, each week up to 17 million people tuned in to watch Nasubi. In the first weeks, he starts obviously applying to sweepstakes as much as he can day one. A few days pass and he didn't win anything. Still no food, still no clothing. But he did win things like a bike, a G-string,
Well, he has a little bit of coverage now.
something. I don't know. Would that even work for guys?
I mean, I've seen drag queens that
Little-
can make it work.
That's true. They probably have
Probably
more
needed some
than
tape,
just
though.
yeah.
I wish he could have like sold the stuff or like traded the stuff he made, like won.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that episode of The Office where was it Dwight that traded his way all the way up from like a paper clip.
The
to
push
something.
pin,
Yeah.
to Jim's magic bean.
Oh yeah.
I love that show.
All right, the Pirate Queen was episode 55.
Wow.
That would have been in the first year. Haley's
Wow,
right.
good job, Hayley. You're so
But
smart.
it wasn't in 2020. It would have been 2021.
No, I
Right?
think. I mean, maybe 2021, but you still get it. You're still like
Thank you.
within a week or two.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
You're way closer than we were.
but then, and now I'm trying to remember when we did something about female pirates that wasn't Chinese, and it feels recent, but I have no idea what to even search.
I don't know either.
We've simply done too many episodes to even like know what
it's-
words to search now.
It's too much. The number of times recently where I've like read a couple articles thinking I'll do
This
this
is
for
it.
night classy and then realized we've already done it.
Can you think of
Crazy.
any off the top of your head?
No.
Okay,
'Cause
but I
I-
mean, I've experienced that too. It's
Yeah.
pretty common.
Yeah, it's very common.
Yeah, we're retiring soon. Just kidding. Yeah, oh my gosh, that reminds me. I had a dream, you guys. I'm sorry I'm interrupting this lesson again. And I
You're
know
good.
some people don't maybe like it when we yap, but this is feeling
Too
yappy.
bad.
If you don't like it, then
I don't
log
like it.
off.
My legs being in the shot. I'm wearing like boxer shorts. I'm trying to scoot up.
I don't.
At first,
were
the
your-
cat was like hiding them. Okay.
Okay, I was like, I don't even think your legs are in the shot.
They
but-
are.
They
I can see
aren't
them.
now.
They're pale.
Okay.
Okay.
I had a dream, you guys. I don't know what we were doing. We were on vacation, and you guys either almost got attacked by a bear or did get attacked by a bear.
God.
And you returned back to the cat. It was you two, Kat and Alec. I'm pointing to you for those audio only. And you come back obviously disheveled. And me and Tommy are like, oh my God, what happened to you guys? And Kat starts to tell us about what happened about the bear. And Alec was like, save it for the pod. Save it for the pod.
That actually happened just in another timeline.
Yeah. I got a peek behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really does feel like something that would happen.
So you're like actively bleeding from your head in my dream.
I got the shit bit out of me by a cat this week.
Oh my God. Yeah. You posted a story with your hands in it, and Tommy was like, are those Alec's hands?
Yeah.
They're beat up.
And that was before the cat bit me.
Oh my God. I was like, yeah, his hands are always torn up with all these animals.
Yeah.
Usually
Par
it's
for
the
course.
puppy, but Alec went cat trapping this weekend.
Well,
Classic.
Didn't.
That's an exaggeration, but we were moving these cats to the airport, like I was telling you, to ship away, and two of them had gotten out. And I was like, I'll grab them. And I grabbed them by the scruff, and both of them bit the shit out of me. I was dripping blood.
Oh my goodness. You're
I'm-
dedicated. Dedicated to the cause.
Well, I'll probably lose fingers because of it, but
You
I
think
digress.
so? You think you're going to lose your fingers?
no. But some people get serious infections.
Yeah. What is that on your hand right there on your palm?
That's a blister from trimming hedges, but it looks
Ugh.
exactly like what did we look it up? It's called stigmata.
Yeah, it is.
It's
Oh
the
my
stigmata
God.
of Christ. It
It's
looks like
time to scam.
a
It's been
penny.
chosen.
A penny is on my.
Mhm.
Does. You're
Yeah.
blessed. Chosen. All right, on to the story. So 6 days, Nasubi is just living on water when he finally wins some fiber jelly
Ugh.
and a
And that's
bag of
probably
rice.
like the worst thing to eat on an empty stomach. Fiber.
oh my God.
Straight fiber. That would give you such bad stomach cramps. Taking a fiber supplement, even when you are drinking adequate water,
Mm-mm.
can sometimes be painful.
I would want peanut butter.
Yeah,
That's what I
peanut
would
butter
want
would be
in that
good.
moment. Yeah.
Or mac and cheese.
But alas, he had no rice cooker to cook the rice. And we kind of talked about this already. He tried soaking it to see if it was edible. It wasn't. He ends up making this makeshift cooker using an empty drink carton. So he's able to use that to eat the rice. And speaking of losing, he is losing weight rapidly. You can start to see like his ribs sticking out. His elbows are looking knobby. But he continues on. He creates a routine of sweepstakes riding just to see what he can win.
I mean, this sounds fucked up. And the fucked up part, I think, is that he doesn't know he's being filmed. But if you watch like the show Alone, where they go into like northern Canada and live by themselves off the land, like these people become skeletal and they're like literally dying and sometimes have to get medically evac'd and they're starving and they're living off like tree bark. Like it's kind of the same thing.
It
Like, you're electing to starve yourself for a TV show.
And he could have left at any
Mhm.
time, but I do think it's really important to know that his consent was ambiguous. It was never outlined that this is live, like what happens if I exit. He just has, this dream of being a comedian. So it's like, well, if I can just stick this out a little bit longer,
Yeah.
like something's got to give. And You know, he comes from a really proud population that, you know, persevere and take pride in being able to do that.
Right.
So I think that's important too. He also won a tent that was too big to even set up in his apartment.
Whoa.
I know.
Big tent or small apartment?
You choose. He had a TV stand, no TV. He did have some edible wins like instant noodles. So those were obviously very joyous moments. And he started to develop these elaborate imaginary worlds around his prizes to help him deal with the complete isolation that he's experiencing. And that's where all of this is problematic. It has been studied and talked about. We'll talk about a documentary at the end that it's featured in that I still need to watch. But things start, deteriorating. Audience peaks at 17 million weekly viewers. He's still unaware that he's being live streamed. He's walking around naked all the time. There's a picture of him, for example, with the eggplant.
Yeah, he's very skinny. And that is a very small apartment. I think a small apartment rather than big tent.
You mean like what you would choose?
No, what happened? I said it's either a small apartment or a big tent.
Oh,
it's a small apartment. It's like the size of a walk-in closet.
Yeah, I don't know what the bathroom situation was like. I probably could have found it, but I didn't look too deeply into it.
Hopefully they weren't filming in the bathroom.
They probably were. They probably gave him a freaking bucket.
Probably not.
He wasn't allowed out.
Well, he probably had a
was
bathroom.
allowed out. I doubt it. We'll look into it.
They didn't want to have to remove buckets of his shit. I'm sure he had a toilet.
Did Nasubi have a bathroom? Okay, nothing comes up immediately.
And you said his name was Eggplant?
Yeah.
That's
Apparently
funny.
That's what Nasubi means.
They have an eggplant on his penis.
Mm-hmm.
So the joke. When was this?
In the 90s, late 90s.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Ahead of their time with the
they
eggplant emoji.
They are very ahead of their time with the eggplant over his penis.
Late 1998 to 99. So.
Did you guys already talk about this?
About the eggplant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
But no, we didn't talk about it in the aspect of it being like an emoji. But you're right on that. At one point, viewers started honing in on his exact location and like tried to find him, I think, and help him. The producers actually had to move him to an identical different room under the pretense that it would bring him good luck. And they ended up relocating him a couple of times because people kept finding out where he was being housed.
Yeah.
So in late 1998, his mental and physical health are really declining. He's experiencing these periods of despair mixed with brief excitement from wins, but then it's right back to like isolation and this fucking sucks.
Yeah, it's like literally a version of hell having to constantly enter sweepstakes. And you have nothing else to do.
And you don't even get Danimals to go with it? Are you kidding me?
And it's not even like computer sweepstakes. You have to pick up the phone and call people.
And he's writing these postcards in. Yeah, he's using magazine sweepstakes. So I guess that's a little bit better than being on the phone.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
Your hand would start cramping though.
When he wins this white stuffed seal, Nasubi names it Binasu. And he really latches onto it.
That's cute.
He talks to it and he parades it around the room on this makeshift leash like a dog while he sings to it. You are Nasubi's friend. Be Nasu. Let's go for a walk.
Oh.
Yeah. Really, I don't know, such mixed emotions. It's like outside of the context of this horrendous situation.
Yeah.
It's heartwarming, but not good.
I think it's heartwarming. People do that if they're not losing their mind. Play with their stuffed animal.
That's true, but
be silly with it.
Doing it in order to maintain your sanity.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad he had a friend. I think is
me
what
too.
I'm saying.
Yes. Okay. I understand.
And it was a white seal.
Yeah.
I wonder if that inspired those seals they give people with dementia. Have you seen those robotic seals?
No.
They have these little stuffed animals that are robotic seals
Oh,
that they give to people with dementia to soothe them.
I've
I'm
seen
wondering
them do
if
it with
this
like
guy,
babies.
this guy inspired that.
Maybe he could have. I mean, he became an advocate, and he's a comedian now. I mean, he's still alive, obviously.
He's
but-
like Forrest Gump. He inspired the eggplant emoji representing the penis and the mechanical
Yeah,
seal.
why-
What if
Seal.
everything traces back to him?
Yeah.
Whoa, what if nothing existed before Nasubi was put in that room?
It's possible.
And then the next one. And then the next one.
What if with a Chinese accent or Japanese accent, he was like, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. And we're like, oh my God.
Be crazy.
He wrote Forrest Gump.
He wrote Forrest Gump.
Was Forrest Gump a book before it was a movie?
Oh, that's a good question.
It would be such a good
I've never
book.
heard of the book.
Now I need to
We
know.
have so many questions today. We're so curious.
That's what the show is about. Whoa! Forrest Gump is a 1986 novel.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Good
That
to
nobody's
know.
ever read because everybody just watched the movie.
Okay, that one literally, there's no way it lives up to the movie.
Yeah, you know when the book is forgotten and the movie is extremely famous that the book sucked.
Yep.
Can I ask, do you know who Lieutenant Dan is?
In the movie,
Yeah.
the character.
Yeah.
I know that he's
In
a
Forrest
character in
Gump?
the movie. I don't know who he is as a real person.
No, not as a real person. In the movie Forrest Gump, when I
Yeah.
say Lieutenant Dan, do you know who I'm talking
Yeah.
about?
Yes.
Okay.
I thought you were about to tell me like he's like highly awarded medals like based on a real person or something.
No, we were watching some show the other night and I was like, that guy looks like Lieutenant Dan. And she was like, what the fuck are you talking
Of
about?
course.
Say it like that.
I was like, from Forrest Gump. She's like, nope, no reference.
I've
It's
only
like,
seen it
Dan?
once.
Once?
Yeah.
wow.
Whoa. I just rewatched it the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it once and never really wanted to watch it again. I don't know. I thought it was good.
I'm just in shock right now. I
don't
don't know
know.
what to say to you.
Sorry.
Yeah. But I was wondering if Lieutenant Dan was a signifier of our age gap. And so I'm
No.
glad you know who Lieutenant Dan is.
Yeah, people like dress up for him, as him for Halloween and shit. Like,
He has no legs.
uh-huh. You don't know him.
She,
Okay.
don't know him.
She's basically never seen the movie.
Yeah.
Do you know,
what it's about?
Bubba is?
The brother.
Whoa!
I don't know. I've seen it once and I obviously I
two-
wasn't paying good attention.
And for
My
the-
two sons, Forrest and Bubba.
Yeah.
Who else could it be?
And
Bubba is a brother name.
she's saying Bubba as a brother, like the sibling, not that he's black. Because he's a
Oh,
black character
yeah.
and it sounds like...
No, I
You
have
said it sounds
no
like the name
idea.
of a brother, and if someone doesn't know your ignorance, they will think you're...
I don't think
You're
anyone.
ignorant.
Yeah. I
In a
can't
harmful
imagine anyone thinking that, but sure. I'm glad we
I'm labeling
clarified.
it just in case.
Cover our asses. You never know. This would be the episode that blows up and a million people
Yeah.
listen to it.
Bubba is more than just a brother.
God.
Brother or brother.
Yeah, that's... Yeah.
But no, he's the friend.
Bubber or Bubba?
He's the one who's like, we got fried shrimp, we got boiled shrimp, and he goes on for like 24 hours talking about all the different types of shrimp that his family makes at the restaurant.
I like that we're pitching her like the most basic parts of that movie, and she's like, no.
I don't know. I only
Are you
remember.
sure you
I have seen it. I remember the house was big and there was a lot of green grass.
So you saw the opening.
The house was big.
And there was a blonde girl, right?
Yeah. Jenna.
Yeah, her. And there was a single mom.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's also Jenna.
So-
Oh, you're
no.
thinking of Forrest's
The mom
Yeah.
of him. Yeah. That's all I remember. And at some point he's running.
Yeah, for like
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I love it. I think this is so funny. Never watch it. Just stay ignorant.
I will.
Like no problem.
Yeah, I'm never gonna watch it again.
Oh, that's
But
funny.
you really should though.
Nah.
It's good.
No, I don't need to.
What is with that?
I just don't really like movies.
I know. I'm like beating a dead horse.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Well, regardless, we still have this lesson. So January 1999 brings a new year, and it's been like almost an entire year of him living in this tiny apartment.
That is so crazy.
After about 335 days, he finally reaches 1 million yen for the prize goal.
Oh my God.
And he believes he'll be free.
Yeah.
Instead of freedom, producers take him to Korea. They allow him to enjoy some freedom, have some nice warm meals before they place him in a second similar apartment
In Korea.
in Korea. And they're like, okay, here's the new goal. Win enough sweepstakes in order to get a plane ticket back to Japan. And you have to do everything in Korean, the language that, you don't speak or write. And he does it.
How? If he doesn't speak or write in it?
I don't know. Maybe he just did it in Japanese and just made it work.
Okay.
I don't know. But that was a little anecdote from one of the sources. Maybe it's not true. I don't know.
Well, probably he couldn't apply to as many sweepstakes.
Yeah, because how many
he
sweepstakes
didn't know what they were
are
saying.
like flights of Korea to Japan, like travel?
Well, I thought he had to make enough money
I think this one was specifically like
to win a
travel
flight.
Yeah.
Wow. There were so many sweepstakes in the 90s and 2000s.
So many, especially in Japan during this time. Like you probably could actually, well, obviously you can't because they really put it to the test here, but to actually live off of it, like that was the joke that you'd be able to.
Do you remember when you could buy a bottle of soda and sometimes on the cap it would say that like you get a free one?
Yeah.
And you could just trade the cap for a soda at the grocery
did,
store?
though. Well,
We
I
did
never
it
even
all the
had
time.
soda.
And then they changed it to where it was a code and you had to like redeem it online and like print out a coupon or something. And I was like, I'm 7. I'm not doing that. But it was so cool for a while.
Mm-hmm.
What is a sweepstakes? How do you define it?
I think it's a contest put on by corporations where you can win things. You enter to win a prize.
Okay. And is it like a raffle?
I don't know how each individual one selects them.
Sometimes it's like you have to be the 100th applicant or like whatever number applicant. Sometimes it's like random. I don't know.
Okay.
Certain number of caller.
I feel like I saw them a lot on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, they were marketed to kids a lot. Like when we'd listen to Disney Channel radio, they were always doing sweepstakes.
Freaking the Zach and Cody cruise. Oh, I wanted to go on that so bad.
I went on some Disney Channel concert and I got to go in one of those boxes that sprays money at you. And I probably got like $1. I was very young.
Damn.
$1?
Yeah, it's hard to grab the money when it's all
You've
got to
just stand in the corner and just
I
let it.
I was like 3 years old.
I know, I'm like coaching you. You could have been a millionaire. We could have had it all. Okay, so he's in Korea. He has to make his way back to Japan. He could have said no, but he didn't say no. He repeats the sweepstake grind for several more weeks. And then he finally makes it. In April 1999, they're coming up on the big reveal. They're working on this finale. And after almost 15 months of this shit, producers put together the final show, which, remember, will also reveal the fact that Nasubi had been on TV this entire time.
That will really mess with you psychologically.
He had no idea
crazy.
he was on TV.
He knew that he was being filmed. He didn't know that it was live and 24/7.
Oh, so he did know he was being filmed.
Yes, he knew he was being filmed.
I thought he didn't know there were cameras in the apartment.
No, he knew that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So they lead him blindfolded into what he thinks is another apartment, but it's actually a studio apartment on an actual studio of a network.
Okay.
And I have a clip here. It's 2 minutes long. Alec, would it be okay to play this and we can like cut it out so you guys can see it? Okay. I'd like to just do that.
Okay.
Why would they wait for him to get undressed to do that?
Because they're evil.
That is so scary. That
His
poor
face
man.
is like frozen like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just a naked man holding a pillow over his groin in complete shock
Yeah.
in front of hundreds of people.
His hair is all grown out, his
Oh my
beard.
God. That poor guy.
Yeah, this really made me
Look at
feel-
him. He's in shock.
Yep.
His hands are frozen in like a werewolf claw posture.
Saying congratulations.
I like his hairstyle. He's got like a little 80s side ponytail.
Yeah, it's
Top of
cute.
his head.
It's
It's
got
very
good
Full
hair.
House.
This poor guy, man, he's fucked up. He looks like he has legit PTSD.
Yeah.
And he probably like in the time that he's in that room, he probably doesn't even feel the progression really of him losing
Yeah.
who he was before.
Did he have a mirror?
No.
Wow.
Everything he had was from the sweepstakes.
検証生活ゴールしましたおめでとう
Wow. That is really scary for him. To just be like naked thinking you're alone and then the walls come down and you're surrounded by a bunch of screaming people.
Hundreds of people.
So scary.
I mean, the walls fall down like a box. And like we said, he's in shock. I don't know how much we'll make it in of like as we were watching it, what happens. But all he says, like after the hosts like finally are able to approach him is, why are they laughing? Like it hadn't, none of it still had clicked, and why would it?
Yeah.
And then it was all over. And it's like, okay, go back to your normal life now.
Wow.
Good luck.
Yeah, and before he could like make money on social media afterward.
I know. And
He
I don't
couldn't
think
even be an
ever-
influencer.
He has influenced some things now, but it definitely would not have been the same. It took him a long time to get used to wearing clothes again because he had been naked for 15 months and it was just uncomfortable. And it took him a while to get used to using his voice because he hadn't been actively talking to people. His diaries from the apartment became bestsellers, but he still struggled to find mainstream TV work afterwards, and he shifts his focus to acting and theater. He ended up founding a theater troupe called Eggplant Way. He assisted with the Fukushima disaster recovery, and he attempted to summit Mount Everest 3 times before finally making it.
Nice.
Wow.
In 2016.
That's huge.
I know. Okay, so Susunu Denpa Shōnen is now cited as one of reality's most ethically dubious moments for obvious reasons. It sparked debates about informed consent, exploitation, and the voyeuristic nature of entertainment, and it continues to be a case study. I would like to watch the documentary that features him. It's called The Contestant.
Did he work with the documentary?
He did.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. They have a lot of archival footage and they released it in 2023. It shows all like the process of everything and his later transformation after the show. I haven't seen it yet, like I said, but one of the things he said was, there was a big hole in my heart. Humans could be so cruel just in order to make an interesting, popular program.
Wow.
And that's Nasubi in his time on this worst iteration of reality TV. Do you feel disgusting yet, anyone?
That's so crazy. It is the whole consent thing is really messed up. And I think we're breaking similar ground in that now on reality TV, for the most part, there's definitely still abuse from the producer tier to the contestants. Now people are informed. However, like the parasocial relationships and like social media bullying has reached like an unprecedented level where people sign up for reality TV and don't realize that
what they're
really signing up
on.
for, is being relentlessly bullied on social media and getting death threats and people judging them for every little thing they do. And I think that's kind of the new wave of reality TV exploitation is the aftermath online.
And it's like, these people are just people. Do some people deserve to be canceled? Yes. Do most people? No.
No, like we all say annoying, dumb things and make bad decisions, especially in a high stress environment like a reality TV set.
We just don't all have it documented for viewers.
And people aren't dissecting every little thing all the time.
And
crazy.
This poor guy's just trying to make it, trying to chase his dreams, thinking this will be worth it. This will be worth it. Oh, goodness.
Have you guys seen the movie V for Vendetta?
Yes.
I did, yeah.
Did I make you watch that?
No, I didn't watch it with you.
Okay. Great movie, but spoiler alert moving forward, there's that great reveal where Natalie Portman realizes that she's been being tortured by her friend who's like recreating how he was tortured. And he like gets her to the point of suicide or whatever, where she doesn't care if she lives or dies. And then he like lets her out and she realizes that all the guards in the jail cell are like mannequins.
Wow.
And she shaved her head for the role. And it's like such a cool scene where she's like in shock like he is of like, oh my God, the past 6 months have all been fake. Such a good scene.
I need to rewatch that because you're
telling. I don't remember that. I'm like, wow, that sounds like a really good movie.
Yeah. And he's feeding her letters through the vent that he was fed through the vent of a woman that was getting tortured in his cell beside him.
Wow.
So it's like he's trying to recreate everything for her.
Ugh, hurt people.
Creepy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's the end of my lesson.
All right. Should we take a quick break?
Let's do it.
Hello. Hi. You ready to hear a lesson?
I'm ready to hear about the rats.
Yes, so many rats. Alec, do you have my slides ready? Don't pull them up
Yes.
yet, but they need to be in the queue. Karni Mata was a mystic and holy woman, not women. She was one person from the Charan caste, Rajasthan. She lived about 600 years ago, roughly, in India, and her followers believed that she was the incarnation of Durga, who was a fierce warrior goddess who protects the righteous. And Karni Mata got that same reputation. She's a goddess of peace, but she also helps mitigate in wars. She helps soldiers. And her entire life, she remained celibate, but she had her sister marry her own husband so that she could continue her family line with her husband. And then she raised her sister's children as her own, along with her sister.
But she couldn't have children. I'm sorry, I may have missed something.
She was celibate because she was so holy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. While for those who can't see, Captain the cat was making biscuits on Pixie the dog, and she didn't like that very much. And she's on my lap, so
So there's a lot of tension in the air.
It did pull focus. I was watching the video feed.
It's very cute. Yeah, everyone get on the video feed so you can see all the animals.
there's always animals to be seen.
There's a rotating parade on our laps and on the table. The most famous legend about Karni Mata begins when her youngest son/nephew, technically nephew, Laxman, drowned in a lake. He died.
Oh no.
Karni Mata pleaded with Yama, the god of death, to return him to life. And Yama initially refused, saying that once the soul has left the mortal world, it cannot return. Because, quote, if so, how will the cycle of rebirth work? By what law will it move?
Fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that. I mean, but how could you not want a loved one to come back?
Right, of course. So he eventually gave in after realizing that Karni Mata had divine power. He's like, okay, I'll do a favor for a fellow god.
Scratch my back,
Sure.
I'll scratch yours.
And he allowed the boy to be reborn.
At what degree Fahrenheit?
At what temperature does a body burn?
Great question.
What about if they drowned?
They're all wet.
Karni Mata, though, was like, you have a good point about this whole cycle of rebirth thing. We don't want to throw anything off balance. So she agreed to compromise. And instead of him being reborn as a human, she decided he would be reborn as a rat instead.
Way easier to take care of, right?
Way easier. And a short little lifespan. Like, you just get a couple extra years with him.
He can't talk back.
Yeah. So he, along with all her other descendants, I believe just male descendants, would be reborn as rats after they died as humans. But then the cycle would continue. So after they were rats, they would then reincarnate as humans and then back to rats.
Okay.
Goes back and forth. Snip, snap. And these rats are still around today. They are sacred rats called kaba, which are treated as living manifestations of Karni Mata's family, who also still exists. Like, people trace their lineage back to her.
That is so freaking
Isn't that cool? Rare white rats are believed to be Karni Mata herself and or her nephews.
Rat girl.
And spotting one is thought to bring immense good fortune.
Oh, we had a spotted rat. Its name was Oreo.
Aw.
Naturally.
I didn't know you had a rat.
We took care of the classroom rats
Okay.
over breaks from school. I saw it as my rat.
Well, of course. Dedicated to Karni Mata is the Karni Mata Temple, or Sri Karni Mata Mandir, also known as the Temple of Rats or the Rat Temple. It's located in Deshnok, which is a small town in Rajasthan and is home to over 20,000 rats. Modern estimates are around 25,000, who are all considered to be reincarnation of Karni Mata's kin.
Are they real rats?
They're real rats.
Oh, I'm picturing like just a bunch of figurines.
No, they are living rats.
25,000.
Yes.
In this temple.
In one temple. There's a lot of rats.
How many rat kings
we'll
are
look
there?
at some pictures. No rat kings that I have heard of.
Miraculous.
It is one of the most famous and unusual pilgrimage sites in India, and it attracts both devout Hindus and just curious tourists.
Just literally anyone. Why wouldn't you want to see that?
Oh, I'm so obsessed with it. I want to go so bad.
Field trip. Let's go.
Oh my God. Donate to us on Patreon so we can go to India and see this temple, please.
$1,000 more and we're so there.
I'm desperate to go here. The temple, which was completed in the early 20th century, features Rajput-style architecture, which is like a lot of carved stonework, carved marble, intricate silver doors, and detailed stone lattice work. Some of the pictures it's pink, some of the pictures are orange, so I think maybe it's been painted once or twice. Here's a photo of it.
You pull it up and it's like the Taj Mahal.
No, it doesn't look like the Taj Mahal. It's
No,
a different
it doesn't.
style.
Yeah.
But there it is. It's very cool.
I love the pink. It is like hot pink in this
Hot
picture.
pink.
It
It's
does
beautiful.
look painted for sure.
Yeah, the sides are painted, but the middle is all like stonework.
Wow. Intricate.
The main shrine, or Garbhagriha, houses the idol of Karni Mata, which is draped in rich fabrics and garlands. The complex has wide courtyards and open corridors where rats roam freely throughout the temple, including on the roof, in the kitchens, and in the massive pots, which are used to make the halwa. This is a pastry that's given as an offering to the rats. And Alec, you can click to the next photo.
Rat City, bitch.
There they are.
City,
There they are in the
bitch.
temple. They're just like
All
kind of
lined up.
everywhere.
Gosh, they're cute.
And then go to the next photo.
I mean, I don't know about cute. What we're looking
They're
at
like
is
miniature
Cute.
cats.
30 wet rats with
don't-
They're not
filth.
wet.
They look greasy and wet.
Well, I guess there's a bowl of water there. Maybe they were going for a swim. Go to the next
Yeah.
photo. So that's where they make the food, and the rats just kind of crawl around in the food.
So
I
we're-
mean, they're living the freaking dream.
Yeah, it's
Can you imagine
dream
one of
life
these-
for a rat?
One of these rats meeting a New York City rat.
Just laugh in his face,
Yeah.
spit on
They're
him.
like, man, America really is fucked up.
The Kaba are accustomed to human presence. They often eat from visitors' hands, climb onto laps, perch on shoulders, and scurry across feet without fear. Alec, you can click to the next photo.
Look at their little paws. Alec,
So-
is that milk?
That's milk. They have big bowls of milk out for them, but visitors can go in the temple and they'll sit down and the rats will crawl over them and hang out with them. It's
Rat yoga.
rat yoga. Oh my God,
Who
it
needs
literally
goat
is.
yoga?
You can go to the next photo, Al.
Real quick, because no one's saying what's in the photos.
Okay.
It's a big bowl of milk surrounded by rats with a woman sitting by it, and she's covered in rats.
She's covered. There's one on her head.
Yeah.
It's like
so
the best
cute.
version of a Disney princess
Yes.
alternate like I've ever seen.
It's like
Alternate
going to a
version.
cat cafe, but it's rats. It's truly like the coolest place on earth.
The big thing of milk makes me think of the movie Catch Me If You Can, where Christopher Walken's like, a mouse fell in a bucket of cream. Do you know that one?
No.
Nope.
He's like, and it swam until it turned it into butter, and then it got out of the butter. Never mind.
Nope.
Okay, go to the next photo. And there's a little boy with the rats. It's very cute.
This looks so unsanitary. They all look so greasy and wet.
They're very well cared for.
Yeah.
Stop
We'll-
slandering the
We'll
rats.
talk about what goes into the upkeep of these rats and also potential health risks. Although I will say there's never been any issues. So
no
far.
plague around here.
This seems like something corporate branding would do, where it's like they have this huge rat infestation and they're like, it's actually reincarnation.
No, it's
They build
not.
a
It's
temple
ancient.
for it.
Yeah, it's just
I'm just
so
saying,
cool.
I could see an American company that can't control their rats being like, it's actually
It's
great.
actually good.
Sure,
Yeah.
rebranding. We're now going to like profit off of having rats.
Yeah, if you can't fix it, feature it, as they
Exactly.
say in startups.
The rat's diet is made up of temple offerings, which are typically sweets, milk, cooked grains, along with any extra food scraps. Feeding of the rats is constant. There's priests, staff, and visitors always replenishing food multiple times a day. And the food that's offered to the rats varies by location in the temple.
Oh.
The rats in the rooms with and around the idol of Karni Mata eat the offerings that are left to the goddess. These are typically ladu, which is, it looked like balls of some kind of like baked dough or fried dough. It kind of looked like donut holes. Nuts, coconut, sugar crystals, milk, flatbread, grains, fruits, vegetables, and liquor. So they enjoy a very delicious
doing
diet.
fine.
Mhm.
Yeah, I want a rat diet now.
Are they confined to the rooms or it's all just free roaming?
Everything kind of said like I'm not sure because a lot of sources I read said that they're free roaming, but then other sources said that they never leave the temple. But I know they're on the roof, and if they can get on the roof, they can leave. So my guess
But
is
why
that
would
they
you?
just don't want to leave.
Yeah.
Because why would you? Outside of the rooms around the goddess, the rats are fed a hearty diet of grains, vegetables, fruits, flatbread, milk, and water. Most of the rats are dark brown or black, but a small number of rare white rats are especially revered as incarnations of Karni Mata and her nephews, and people will wait for hours hoping to spot or even feed by hand a white rat. That's very, like, you're blessed if you do that.
Yeah. How often do they have a white rat in the mix?
There's always like one or two, but
wow,
there's
okay.
so many rats there that you have to wait a long time to see one.
Wow.
All the rats are cared for meticulously. A dedicated staff of caretakers cleans the temple floors and sweeps droppings daily. Fresh milk and water bowls are placed in shaded spots so that the rats can drink comfortably.
Aw.
And food stations are spread throughout the complex so that no group of rats goes hungry.
Can you imagine people protesting being like, our tax dollars go to this? And I'd be like, this is exactly what I want my tax dollars to go
what
towards.
else would I want my tax dollars being spent on? Certainly not,
If not-
the military-industrial complex.
Yes, if not universal health care and childcare and all that good shit,
Then rats.
Rat City.
Pest control in the temple is strictly forbidden. Killing a rat is sacrilegious, and the temple functions as a sanctuary for them. If a rat is killed by accident, it's customary for the offender to offer the temple the deceased rat's weight in gold or silver.
Oh.
Rats are
Yeah.
also protected from natural predators like cats. No cats
No
allowed.
cats allowed.
Boo.
This is the only place I'll accept no cats allowed.
We need a separate cat temple, right?
So true. I wonder if there is one.
Probably.
I want a temple for every animal.
They all deserve it.
Mm-hmm. The Temple Trust employs caretakers specifically for the well-being of the Kaba, especially during peak festival seasons when the temple is the busiest. The temple is funded not by taxpayers, but by donations from pilgrims, many of whom give as part of their religious vows. Also, there's tourists. And while the temple doesn't charge you to go inside, I don't believe any religious temples in India do. It's kind of not frowned
their
upon in the
thing.
religion. It
Yeah.
sounds like to charge people to go inside of temples, but you can pay extra fees for photography or guided tours, things like that. Major festivals, especially Navrati, bring large crowds, which increases offerings. And when visiting the temple, shoes must be removed. So everyone walks barefoot, even through areas where rats leave droppings, which is everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, rat droppings are not that big of a deal. They're just like basically tiny little pebbles. But when you have
Yeah,
20,000,
sure.
25,000, might be different.
I can't say I would love stepping on a rat dropping, but I would do it for the plot.
I would do it for this.
For this,
yeah,
for
I
sure.
don't want to.
No,
but I would.
But it's good. And in fact, you want to step on the rat poop because it's part of the blessing.
Naturally.
Visitors feed the rats with ladus, which are sweet balls, milk, grain, and other treats. Food and milk touched by the rats is considered sanctified.
Ugh.
So a lot of people will share food with the rats, let them eat like a bite of their pastry or whatever, and then you eat that food for the spiritual benefit.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see it. I don't know if I would go that route. Maybe with like a breadstick from Olive Garden. Let them nibble that end.
And then
I
you eat
nibble
the
on this
other
end.
end. Yeah. When in Rome, I would do it.
Yeah.
I feel like the health department guy from Ratatouille, where I'm just like, food and rats do not mix.
I guess India's laws are not so strict. You're allowed to do this. Also, I don't think the temple sells food, so maybe that's how they get around it.
Mm-hmm.
In the temple, also, the rats eat from the same plates that the workers do when they have like their lunch.
No.
Yeah.
No. I mean, of course, the rats feel entitled to probably
Well, yeah,
whatever
it's
food is
their
around.
home.
It's their temple.
They're allowed to eat anything they want. Governing the temple is a group of elected administrators, as well as a Baridari, who's the head priest. The Baridari are chosen from the lineage of Karni Mata, known as the Dapavats, who consist of more than 500 families. So there's a lot of people that trace their lineage back to her. During his service, the Baridari is the only person allowed in the Garbha Agriha, which is the innermost sanctum of the temple. And he also lives in the temple full time alongside all the
With the
Kabbalah
rats?
with the rats.
Ooh, I don't know how I feel about
He has so
that
many
one. So many roommates.
so many snuggly buddies in bed.
He's like, the dishes are always dirty. Nothing is ever cleaned up around here. My roommates are going at all hours of the night.
You know
Squeak,
what?
squeak, squeak.
My favorite part of the day, though, is getting in bed and all the animals climb on top of me.
Yeah.
And they're just big rats. There's
That's
no
true.
difference.
They are. They're literally rats.
Yeah.
Safety for sure is a rat.
Oh, yeah.
Safety screams at me when he's ready to go to bed. He's like, you better get your
It's
ass in this bed
time.
right now.
My pets do the opposite, where they scream at me to get up out of bed and feed them.
Rude.
Mhm.
Safety
Not
knows
nice.
not to even come to me for food. He just goes right to Tommy at 3 a.m. like clockwork, and then he gets kicked out
That's
every
so
night.
clutch. While the Karni Mata temple sounds like a magical experience, some people like Alec have their concerns. Walking barefoot around rats carries potential to exposure to diseases like leptospirosis and
Fake.
salmonella, and
Well,
probably
that's real.
also worms.
What is leptospirosis?
I don't know. I didn't look it up. Do you want me to
Sounds
look
like
it
a
up?
spell.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
look it up.
Copy and paste. A bacterial disease
That checks out. Sure.
caused by a bacteria that comes through contaminated water or soil. Symptoms can range from fever to muscle aches to kidney or liver failure, meningitis, and even death.
Oh, nice.
So you don't want that. But there has never been an incident of plague or any other illness that can be traced back to the temple.
It's divine.
Mm-hmm. They must have a very good PR team because I fear there's no way. Despite the theoretical risk, there's I just read that part. Hygiene measures include sweeping the floor and controlled feeding to keep the conditions manageable. Visitors with open wounds or weakened immune systems are advised to be cautious and wash thoroughly afterward. But they're not cautioned about going in.
Yeah,
just
don't worry
make sure
about
you take
it.
a shower.
Wash up. They need to add that to the list of like customs. Do you have any plants? Have you been sick? Have you been anywhere with Zika? Have you been to a rat temple?
Yeah, it's just one of many. Some groups have also brought up animal welfare concerns, which, okay, no.
These rats are
the best. These are the most well rats on Earth. The rats are taken care of extremely well. However, they are not provided modern veterinary care. The rats live as a wild, large colony, so disease can spread and overcrowding is possible. The only issue I have with lack of veterinary care is, of course, vaccinations, and they can possibly spread disease. But I think it's a closed colony, so maybe that's why it's not an issue. On the positive side, though, the rats are never harmed. They have constant access to food and water, and they are free to express natural behaviors. They're fine.
How long is a rat's lifespan?
I think just 2 to 3 years.
Really?
They don't live long at all.
Oh my God. Our rat Oreo died over the summer one of the summers we had them.
They die pretty quick, and they're really prone to tumors and cancer.
Yeah. Oh, poor babies. I didn't think it was so short. I thought it was maybe 4 to 5, not 2 to 3.
Maybe in captivity. I don't know.
I don't know
either. Let's look up, how long do pet rats live?
We should just have an episode where we bring a topic and start talking
see how
about
many
it and
questions we can answer.
See how many Google searches we, just go on tangents.
Okay, 2 to 3 years, although some can live up to 4.
Okay, gotcha.
Both right.
Good job, Kat.
Thank you. I know so much about rats.
Cat rat.
Let's see. They are still better off than typical rats. The temple is a key spiritual site for the Charan community. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Which is tied deeply to their history and identity. It's a rare example of culture transforming a feared and reviled animal into a symbol of divine favor. Today, it serves as both a living place of worship and one of India and the world's most unusual cultural landmarks. It's a gem that we must protect.
Yes.
Who cares about health risks? Not me.
Everything is risky when you think about it.
This is one of the things that's worth the risk. Worth it. I love it.
And then it's so what? I got bit by a rat. Do you see where I am right now?
And they're not going to bite you unless you do something to them.
Yeah,
they like
I'm
people.
not.
Yeah. But that is my lesson on the Karni Mata rat temple.
Perfect. So I have my next vacation planned. We're probably do it a couple years out so we can all, get things
save up
in
a little
order.
bit. But I do really want to go. I've always been obsessed with India.
Yeah.
When I was 7 or 8, I had an India themed birthday party where I wore a sari and a bindi and a bunch of fake gold piercings. So that's why I could never run for president. Those photos may resurface. I didn't know any better.
I have a very similar picture. My neighbor, the dad was Indian. And so every summer they went to India and for Halloween they brought us back saris and all that
That's
shit.
fun.
Yeah.
It was gifted to you
by someone from India.
That's fine. But yeah,
but still questionable.
But Indian culture is just so beautiful.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I love henna too. I think it's such a cool art form.
It is. And their food,
Bosu!
The best food on earth.
That's what I had for dinner tonight.
I'm
Already.
jealous.
I was
so jealous.
Starving.
Yeah, this lesson's making me hungry. I think we got to wrap it up.
And their meditation practices.
Yes, meditation practices,
from
yoga.
the Himalayas.
Lots of cool things. We're going to go, and we're going to go see this rat temple. I'm ready.
Come with us. We could do one of those group vacations.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where you people can sign up.
Or like a
to
night
go with
classy
you.
cruise, but it's just a night classy pilgrimage to the rat temple.
That sounds so on brand for us, actually. I'm sold. If you're sold, donate on Patreon. It will make it happen.
Yeah.
One way or another.
If you want to get an actual like worm parasite, you can go a Lerny Wormy on a
Listen, if
Lerny journey.
Would you go, Alec?
To India?
to the rat temple.
To the rat temple.
Yeah, I would go to the rat temple, but I'd be more excited to go to like another temple.
That's
well, we
crazy.
don't have to go to only one temple.
What temple could possibly be more fun than this?
Like one of the temples that does the meditation I do every day.
Oh.
Well, you do it every day here.
Yeah,
So.
so it's not really.
Well, I know, but
special.
it'd be cool. And is the Himalayas even in India?
It's in Nepal.
Nepal.
I think.
So I know
It's close
Maharishi
by.
Mahesh Yogi was sometimes say Indian, but Himalayas. I don't know. I don't know my geography well enough.
Well, we can just do we'll do the whole vacation.
Yeah.
We'll hit the rats, we'll hit the meditations, we'll hit the
Climb the
food,
mountains.
rickshaws, anyone? Yes, please.
I just didn't want to be branded as like I'm not going to the Indian temple when it's a big part of my spiritual life.
But rats aren't. Unfortunately. Well, it's been real. It's
has.
been fun. It's been real fun. We are recording Patreon this weekend, so that'll be coming out for the month of August. You can check that out on patreon.com/nightclassy. You can check out the videos, and that's all. Excuse me. Oh my gosh,
Keep those comments coming on Spotify.
Yeah,
and
we
Patreon.
love it.
All right, ratties. 3, 2, 1. Class dismissed.
Nice. Great lessons.